Hey, alright, we are watching season 5 of. No, it's alright. We're watching Westworld season 1, episode 5. Stuff happened in the last episode. Dolores is making her way to wherever with people. Let's just watch the episode. I'm going to try to get these up a little bit quicker too. If I can, I'll have 2 up today, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. But I'm going to try to get these kind of like on a regular schedule like I am with Game of Thrones, and maybe do 2 episodes a week until whatever. If not, 1 episode. From what I hear, we just heard that they're not going to have another season until like 2018. That's an entire year. So there's no rush or anything. Why is my kid outside with a dog? Anyway, let's go ahead and watch this.
Are you all right?
Of course. Did I do something wrong?
Just earlier, I thought I heard you talking to someone.
Must have been the wind.
The further out we get from Sweetwater, the more grandiose, the bigger the narratives become.
It's beautiful in its own way.
For once, I agree. Some of the park feels like it was designed by committee, market tested, but everything out here is more raw. But it doesn't come cheap. Rumor is they are hemorrhaging cash. We're considering buying them out. Supposedly, this place was all started by a partnership. And then right before the park opened, one of the partners killed himself. Sent the park into a free fall.
Well, whoever designed this place, you get the feeling they don't think very much of people.
Are you fucking kidding me? You really think this little fuck puppet's coming to get you? Huh? It cut off the table and ran. It's because you forgot to put her in sleep mode.
Yeah, I really think I remembered to put
But sleep mode don't work.
Thing about forgetting. You think you remembered, but you didn't.
Oh, Teddy, you look bad.
After your misadventure, Wyatt killed a settler family, made off with their daughter. Girl, I think you know. Name was Dolores.
I have Dolores.
There it is.
That's his trigger.
The magic word.
Oh, that's Teddy's badass music playing too.
Much obliged there, son.
Are you all right?
You said no one in the real world will know.
I thought you weren't supposed to notice things like that.
Why wouldn't I? Recently, it seems like the whole world is calling to me. In a way it hasn't before.
Is that because of improv mode? The shit is happening. Are there 2 of them? This is weird.
You rest and eat and dream the slumber.
Who put her to sleep?
Have you been dreaming again, Dolores? Imagining yourself breaking out of your modest little loop? Taking on a bigger role? Well, I suppose I can't begrudge you that. Have you been hearing voices? Has Arnold been speaking to you again?
No.
When was your last contact with Arnold?
Last contact, 34 years, 42 days, 7 hours ago.
Yes, Dolores. The day Arnold died. And you have no records of any contact with him since?
No.
What was the last thing he said to you?
He told me I was going to help him.
Help him do what?
To to destroy this place.
But you didn't, did you? You've been content in your little loop, for the most part. If you did take on that bigger role for yourself, would you have been the hero or the villain?
What? It's her. Ken.
Jesus. How the hell did you get this job if you're scared shitless of these things? Personality testing should have weeded you out in the embryo.
And I present you El Lasso.
You're a hard man to find.
Most wanted men are.
Lawrence.
We saved your man Slim.
This is so his
Here for
previous
quite a
persona, right? Yes.
In recompense, call me half-wit again.
Please, do as he says. We don't want to hurt you.
I'd listen to her. He'll shoot just to see the fireworks.
Hand him over.
He was just standing there.
That's the spirit! I knew you would get into this place.
That is a laser-based satellite uplink.
This was in the body of the host.
Mm-hmm. You were right. Orion's belt has 3 stars, not 4. Our friend wasn't drawing stars. He was drawing a target. Someone has been using our host to smuggle data out of the park.
I picked you precisely because you will never be a threat to anyone. Right, buddy? That's when I thought.
Yeah, she's like, all right, enough of this. I got stuff to do.
The maze. You must follow the maze. What's wrong with me? Perhaps you are unraveling.
She's definitely remembering everything.
There's a voice inside of me telling me what I have to do. And it's telling me I need you.
Shit.
Help me.
No. No more pretending.
He smiles.
By joining him in hell.
I ain't running no more, damn it.
You pull that trigger, we'll all go up in a ball of hellfire. So why don't you loosen your grip of mine?
This is Teddy's music. Oh, I guess it's not just for him.
I'm coming.
And now they're not there. We're watching 2 different timelines. It's so obvious.
How am I doing, Robert? Any closer to finding what I'm looking for?
And what is that? Exactly.
Looking for a man named Wyatt. Killed a rancher back in Sweetwater.
Poor Teddy.
I admit, I lack the imagination to even conceive of someone like you. The urgency, however, doesn't quite fit the character. It betrays a certain anxiety.
Yeah.
Now, Wyatt.
Well, if you're looking for the moral of the story, quite simply ask.
I'd need a shovel. The man I'd be asking died 35 years ago. Almost took this place with him. I wonder what I would find if I opened you up.
Protective mode. She woke herself up again.
Hello, Felix. It's time you and I had a chat.
She is gonna get so awesome. Okay. Oh man. Lots to talk about. The last scene we see with Dolores, first of all, with her being in the train with Lawrence and William, and then she sees the picture of the maze and looks up and like they're gone. Unless she's just able to like talk to whatever voice this is and block them out completely, we are seeing two timelines. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing two timelines. Now, whether or not it's her remembering that timeline or we're actually seeing that timeline and they're just showing us two, either way, it's two freaking timelines. I don't care how we're seeing it, if it's through a memory or not. We're seeing it happen. I don't feel like it's through a memory because we see so much of things that are, so many things that she is not involved in. I don't feel like we're seeing all of it through a memory, but she is clearly remembering everything. I think I said that in episode 3. Like, she is remembering so much. So, either way, it's two damn timelines. I'm not going to start at the end. The beginning, Ford sitting and talking to her about, he tells her the story about his dad getting them a Greyhound. Oh no, he was talking to the old bartender guy. That poor person. He's telling the story about how he got the Greyhound, and then the Greyhound got loose and ran after he saw a cat and caught the cat and killed it, and then sat down like, what do I do with it? It's funny because that happened to my dog one time when we first got him because he was a rescue dog. He chased a raccoon, or well, actually he was attacked by a raccoon, and Pup like turned around and grabbed the raccoon and like had him in his mouth, and then just like sat down like, okay, what the hell do I do with it now? And I'm like, really? Like, you went through all that trouble to catch it and then you just sat down. Anyway, and the raccoon like walked off like, what? It was funny. The point is that like a reference or symbolism to them making these hosts and then not knowing to do with them once they reach consciousness? Like, what do you do with them? If they become self-aware and they are aware what they are and the whole, their environment, and they are capable of thinking like a human, what do you do with them? So I feel like they are the dog and the cat are the host. They don't know what to do with it once they've made them. Who the hell is a lady with the white shoes? This is killing me. The bartender guy who's saying, here's to the lady with the white shoes. Man, I really want to know who she is. They're standing in that big graveyard looking down at Pariah, and William says to Dolores, I thought I heard you talking to someone earlier before. He's like, are you okay? And she's like, no, maybe it was just the wind or something. She was talking to Arnold, because Ford asks her later on, when was the last time you spoke with Arnold? He obviously left part of himself in them. Well, I mean, if that was a past, maybe he was actually like having a direct link with them, but I feel like he left something in her, all of them. In order for them to be awakened with that saying, the lights have violent ends, or whatever the heck, he had to have left some kind of code in them for them to be awakened by that trigger. When they're down at Pariah, his brother-in-law, who I can never remember his name, said they were considering buying them out. And William says something like, whoever designed them obviously didn't think that much of people. When we know that Arnold preferred the hosts over people. So that's kind of accurate. But they said they couldn't find anything about the partner. He killed himself and they had no idea what happened to him. Ford killed him and covered it up. The man in black says to Lawrence, there's a path for, so he said, a friend says to me, there's a path for everyone and your path led you to me. Isn't that what Dolores says to Teddy? I'm pretty sure that's what Dolores says to Teddy. The whole path thing. He got that from Dolores. I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm not going to keep saying it. The surgery guy with the bird. At first, I couldn't tell that was a bird. I thought it was a mouse at first. But what is he doing? Well, we know what he was doing. He was trying to, like, reprogram it or wake it up or fix it or whatever. The man in black also said in this episode that he once opened up one of them and they used to be made of a million little pieces. And they changed them to flesh and bone like we are because of it's more cost effective. Dolores says to William when they're in Pariah, it's nighttime, she feels like the world is calling to her. Is that because she's now in improv mode? I mean, I know she's having this conversation with Arnold, whatever, in her head, but is that now because she's in improv mode and she feels like there's more to her than just like her own story loop, whatever? And then this is when they flip to her sitting in front of Ford and he says, do you remember the man I used to be? So they've obviously had some interaction with each other if he's asking her if he remembers who she used to be. And he asks, when was the last time you talked to Arnold? And she says like 34 years, something, 7 hours. He says, yes, the last contact you had was the day he died. So Dolores was there, I think. So was that the last time that he did something to her to make her, like, was that when he did the coding on her to make her still be able to be triggered to go through this whole journey again? Apparently, he told her that she was going to help him destroy this place. And the man in black in the last episode, I think, said that he was trying to help the original owner and setting them free. So is that what he wanted, was to set them free, have them be conscious, and then like let them run loose? And then Ford said something. He said, yes, but you've been content on your little loop. So does he think that Arnold's programmed her to start all this, which is what she's doing? He doesn't know that she's doing it already, I guess, but all these years she's been content doing her loop. And then he said, I always wonder if you would have been the hero or the villain. And then she says, are we old friends? And he says, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. So what happened the day Arnold died? Something went down, and because he could just been like, no, we're not friends or whatever. But for him to say, I wouldn't say that at all, something happened. Maeve is like killing herself all the time to get sent down to the fixer-upper place or whatever. What is she gonna do? Because I mean, the last scene is her sitting there and she woke herself up with that guy. She is gonna cause some trouble. Was she just waiting to be alone with him, I guess? Or I don't know, but she is gonna cause some craziness. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. They see Alonzo and Pariah, who we know is Lawrence. Again, 2 timelines. He was Alonzo in the past. He's Lawrence in the future with the man in black. The host, the one who bashed his head in 2 episodes ago, what was he? Obviously someone programmed him to steal information and to smuggle it out. So is that the man in black? Maybe he did. We know he likes to cut people open. Did he somehow like jam something in him to like reprogram him to steal things from him? I don't know. I just feel like with him saying earlier, it used to be made of a million pieces and it was more cost effective, is he's trying to steal information from the host here to like take out so he can make his own? I don't know. That's just a long shot. I'm just throwing it out. They stole some stuff from the guys with the blow up, blah, blah, blah. That's all fluff in the middle to make it exciting. I'm sorry, like I know, so this is, I think my issue with Game of Thrones, people, like so many people have all the excitement and all that stuff, and I'm like, that's filler, that's not the actual story. I just had to throw that in. The last scene, I'm just going to jump ahead. The last scene with Ford and the man in black sitting there at the table with Teddy dying. The man in black threatened him and Teddy grabbed that knife. They are programmed to protect him. The man in black said something like he felt this place needed a worthy villain. So I guess he was trying to fulfill that role, whatever. But then Ford said, yes, but the sense of urgency counteracts or whatever the villain part because you're so urgent to do things. Is that because he just wanted to get this done, or is he dying? I feel like the man in black is dying because he said before he doesn't intend on leaving. So I feel like he is sick and dying, and that's why he wants to help fulfill Arnold's prophecy, or not prophecy, Arnold's wishes with setting the host free, because he's probably the only one who would. I feel like there's things I'm missing. But I mean, I guess with a show like this, you kind of always feel like you're missing things. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to mention. That's it. I mean, it was a good episode. With them taking all the was it nitro or whatever to, that's all like storyline stuff. It's not the important stuff. Yeah, still feel like the man in black is William. Didn't see much of Bernard this episode, so whatever. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to try to watch another one tomorrow. Maybe I'll have it up with this one. If not, I'm going to try to have 2 episodes up next Friday. And that's it. I will see you in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye.